Welcome, nerds. Welcome to another video essay. Goat is the best mechanic in Magic the Gathering. Okay, you're thinking to yourself, what the hell? What a Chad, right? What is Goad? You're thinking to yourself, okay? As per the Bible, it attacks each combat if able and attacks another player other than you if able, okay? What does that mean? It must fight. And it must fight not you, if it can, right? Which is pretty sweet, okay? Pros. Your friends have to play the game. Everyone just sit back, holding up blockers for infinite time, building up their board state? No, 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 no. Not anymore, okay? And number two, they fight each other. You get to sit back, build your board state, and they fight each other, and they kill each other, and it's super fun for them to play. Okay, pretty good. They're scary guys. You're like, whoa, that's a scary guy. He does a lot of damage. He has to go somewhere else. You gotta go somewhere else, buddy. Okay, pretty good. Quicker games, because more damage, more swinging, more fighting, equals more magic and more games. Okay, that's super cool. You know, your homies are taking booty loads of damage, then you get to play more, and that's fun. Obviously, memorable as hell. Everyone always remembers when their big blocker has to go fight somebody, and then they die, and then you laugh and you cackle because it was all part of your master plan, because you play Goad, and you're the best. Cons, okay, there's got to be some, okay? You need friends, at least two, okay, so they can fight each other. If it's a 1v1, bad, have a good time. Speaking of having friends, you have to shower, just kidding. We play Magic Gathering, nobody showers, okay, so don't even count that in there. Bad in 1v1, already talked about it, makes sense, right? If they have to swing, you don't want them to fight you, ever, right? This is when you want them to not fight you, so don't goad in a 1v1. But Magic the Gathering is you gather your friends, so you need more friends. So play Goad. Goad's a great mechanic because it forces you to have friends. You're welcome. Yeah, people get mad at you for making them play. Wah wah. Who cares? Okay, player choices. Wah wah. It forces them to fight. Who cares? They want to do other things with them. No, they have to fight. If they have tap abilities, they can dodge the draft. Who cares? People can be clever. It's fun. Okay. Also, blue exists as a color. Don't complain about having to attack. That's all I'm saying. Okay? They can mill you. Oh, don't get me started. But they can mill you. They can do anything. They can counter you. You don't even have cards in your hand. Okay? Least you could do, as a favor to me for not playing blue or anything like that, is swing your goddamn card at my friend. Okay? And beat the hell out of him. At my pleasure. Yeah, cry more. Okay? It's the best mechanic. My pick, best Goad, this guy. Oh, classic pick, right? Classic pick. He's a good guy. Baloth, the Entertainer. He's a Chad. Creatures your opponents control with power less than Baloth's are goaded. Less than his power are goaded. So they attack each combat and attack somebody else. Cool. Even that alone is already sweet. Whenever a goaded attacking or blocking creature dies, you create a treasure token. So you just let them die, and you get money. You get mana. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. And obviously you get a background. I picked this one, Noble Heritage. Okay, a classic, a little slower, but I think it's more fun to really rub it in their faces. Basically, on your upkeep or when you cast your commander, which will happen the first time, you get to put 2+1/+1 counters on him, immediately making him stronger. So anything with 3 power or less has to fight, which is a lot. 3 power is pretty much the average card standard for power these days, and it has to swing. And then you offer your opponents a little incentive. You go, oh, you got your big guy? You don't want to be goaded? Oh, you don't want him to goaded? Okay, that's fine. To take your +1/+1 counters and put them on them. Oh, no downside. Just kidding. There is a downside. They can't swing their big guy at you because you'll be protected from them, right? You're protected from that player. So they can't even shoot you in the face if they're like sniping. Like with the War Doctor, absolutely busted, by the way. He can't snipe you. I mean, obviously, he can snipe the Baloth. Who cares? Whatever. That's a whole other situation. But he can't snipe you. And if he swings his big baddie at you, you're protected. So you take free damage, right? And the second they stop taking the deal, then you're powerful enough, hopefully, to goad their big creature, and they have to fight somebody else. Pretty good. Of course, if you're a nerd, you could pick Raised by Giants, which basically makes them 10/10 instantly. But for that, you have to play green. And yeah, I don't know. It takes away the fun, at least for me, because it's too quick. I want to slowly like wring their neck, making them fight each other for my amusement. Obviously, the longer the game goes on, whatever, it might be suboptimal. But at 10-10 already, pretty good. You can start winning games real fast with the green. Might build it for kicks at some point, but the Noble Heritage is really fun because white cards are pretty good. Yeah. Some swag Goad creatures that I play because I think they're pretty neat. Glowing, all right. Might not be super optimal, but whenever you cast a historic spell, create a treasure token. It only triggers once each turn. So you get this guy down, turn 3, then turn 4, you drop your enchantment, right? Maybe that's not the right order, but you get your enchantment, so you get a free treasure. That's like 1 free mana. It's a little discount, okay? And then you can tap them, sack a treasure, go target creature, right? Because you have 2 commanders, basically. They both trigger this. And obviously the deck is a little Voltron. You play a lot of artifacts. So you're basically getting a little discount once per turn on your little artifacts, which is pretty good. I run Blackblade because I think it's really fun to just have a Giga commander. Goad Rager. This one's good. First strike, who cares? You don't ever have to fight if you don't want to. Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, goad each creature target player controls. So you just pick whoever's got the biggest board, and you go, they all have to fight. And it's super fun. Pretty good. Death Kiss. This one, gnarly, nasty, absolutely gross. Whenever a creature your opponent controls attacks one of your opponents, double its power until end of turn. For one, you don't even need Goad for this. It just means whenever they fight somebody else, they do double damage, which can even the tide a lot, or make the tide even kill your opponents faster, pretty much. But these count for your creatures as well, so you just double the amount of power you have on board, basically. And then it goads for mana, so pretty good. Yeah. This is what I call the arms deal. Get them off your back, basically, to make them go somewhere else, look somebody else. You know, they're gonna kill somebody. Nah, go somewhere else. I'm just goading you. You just have to swing anyway. Master Ceremonies. This absolute legendary rhino. You make money, or friends, or draw a card. Pretty good. It's diplomacy at its finest. People will be less likely to swing at you when they get bonuses for your continued survival. People who are desperate, maybe from being hit a lot, will need their card draw or their stuff. And if they make those little 1/1s as blockers, I mean, they have to swing, so pretty fun. Then we got this guy. Basically gives all of a menace. Pretty good. Again, diplomacy. Swing at that guy. You get menace. So it's basically evasion. Pretty good. It is at 4/4. Pretty cool. And combat calligrapher. You're like, this guy can't be that good. Nah, that's why we run white, because you got cool stuff like this. Flying. Okay, flying 3/3. Good. Inklings can attack you or planeswalkers you control. That's pretty good. That's good. Important text. But importantly, again, whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, that attacking player creates a tapped 2/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying that's attacking that opponent. So remember how Bailoff makes a treasure? Yeah. If this creature dies, you get a treasure. Or, it blocks once it's done. Whatever. You just make more things to do damage. And that's 4 damage. Or that's menace. You know what I mean? Like, it adds up. Pretty good. Some honorable mentions. Laser Screwdriver. This is super cool. 3 tap, go target creature. Pretty good when there's a biggin. An absolute biggin. That someone, you got the Treebeards or the other guys. Just absolute massive. You can target them. And they have to swing at somebody else but you. Obviously a little bit expensive mana-wise, but late game, pretty good if you can get it out. Bloodthirsty Blade, also pretty good, because you just put it on somebody and then it has to attack. Kind of fun. And this guy, absolutely my table's least favorite guy in my villain deck, because he's goading you. He swings, he goads, and then he disappears. This guy survived like 4 different board wipes just because he didn't exist. He was phased out. Obviously, you don't get a blocker, but you sort of do, because you goad somebody else, and then they have to go fight your opponent, and that's your opponent has to block them, basically. So it's pretty good. And a flavor win as well. I love him. He's super good. Yeah, Goad, best mechanic, guys. What do you think? I don't care. It's really good. Bye.